church might
A
be
lot of
behind
really
us.
good character development in the first episode too.
Yeah.
Like they really did a good job of setting up
I
stuff.
wonder if that's garnered out from like the accident's parents or
See
whatever.
that?
They showed that last episode.
Because this doesn't look
That's
like
really,
the same.
that is breast or
what happened
happened?
The commenter tells me he's 29 IRL.
But it's the underbelly.
Therefore,
I
I'm
think this might be a
not
flashback. This is a different place.
attractive.
Yeah, see, that you can just perfectly legal.
Not a creep.
This is what I fucking remember.
Maximum
He's gaming something right now.
emotional damage.
I'm busy, Mom. Send in some Hot Pockets.
That's interesting how they started the show.
What kind of game mom kids pause?
They're harassing and Benji's doing that.
You ever used to yell at your parents or anybody who walked over the TV while you're playing video games?
Yeah,
why do you allow him to?
당신 뭐 하는 사람이야?
You're enabling him.
사십 새끼가 저지경이 되더라.
Where were you?
그게 엄마 탓이 아니잖아. 엄마한테 왜 그래?
너까지 말하냐?
What was you doing though?
집안 거라서 잘 돌아간다.
You got the dad.
언제부터 신경 썼다고?
자식 새끼들 키워나봐야죠.
Wow.
Oh my god.
This man questioning
Everybody looks
the
familiar.
existence of his children.
Great start. Okay, yeah.
They get in an accident.
Oh,
Pay attention.
Oh, God. Wait. I'm confused as hell.
We knew his family was gone.
What are those two events happening together? I saw him have a nosebleed, but then it also shows him not. But then the truck came into his side. It broke the median and came into his side.
Is my ear ringing or is it the show?
It's the show.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I would have believed it was me.
근데 너무 어이가 없더라.
He didn't want to come outside.
Wait, who are they to him?
죽으라는 거지.
That was his family?
Only 30 million.
Is that what that was?
Oh, this is his backstory, his origin story.
That's what he's upset about.
어떻게 평생 먹고 살라고.
Because, dude, you have to
Yeah,
get
who's your husband?
So we got 30 million dollars, so I'm assuming that's not a lot of money. I'm sure you all will help me translate that.
Is he actually mad or is that greedy?
Why is he getting money?
Is that
Or
all
is he saying 30 million
What's
points?
that?
Is this like a Korean thing?
Is that like he's been playing
Has
that
left.
money?
Okay, because he seemed like he was yelling at them.
Yes.
He
Okay.
wants to die not because he was
Maybe
bullied.
there's life insurance.
That's part of it.
I'm just assuming that. I don't know if every place has life insurance.
Bro, the haircut on this nigga is wild.
Is that a wig?
I don't know what he got going on, bro.
Fucking a lot of soul glow in that shit. How many times do you perm it?
Because
Yes.
the back is like
maybe.
not attached.
Gonna be changed.
Maybe not. I don't really know.
Yeah, this shit could be a wig. They got my man looking crazy on this shit.
She is
What I see is
from.
I told you it was Asian panic vibe. Niggas might line up on toilet paper too.
Yeah?
My god, the boss is outside. I need some wine
I
now.
have a toilet bathing situation, you guys, proposal, but I guess maybe not. She might have been like the best friend in Witch. Or something else. Oh no, she's the best friend. She's the best friend in Witch.
That's what it was.
Her feet is fucked up, so good luck.
Oh no.
Yeah, is that the motion lights? Just keep going now. Basketball.
No. Oh, yeah. No, that's not how it happened.
Lady?
Yes, I fall downstairs and it
Sounds
you
like
always feel like
something
Yo.
gangster guy.
you just crumple.
It's just a
Certain
regular
face.
I thought it
nigga.
was the guy.
Oh, it's just a regular nigga, bro.
Cool guy.
Just stay there.
Are you gonna get up?
This dude is everywhere at once, so. Yo, she literally placed her foot sideways on the
Whatever.
step.
Yeah, to fall. Like,
She's embarrassed.
Girl, there's no way to
I
look
never
cool after
met
that
this
situation.
dude.
Is it always on the neck too? Oh! What? Oh!
There you go. Cheryl was asking where she went. Delivered.
Bitch, you about to humble your ass.
Like, it might not work that way, you know?
Is he even phased? Took a chunk out of him.
Wait, was that the material or the...
This guy's different.
That's tough. Oh god. Look her head off. Zombies are bad.
Is that what's happening here with this man?
Oh.
It's like Wesker or some shit. Oh, wow. She banged her freaking.
Oh.
Stop, bitch.
That's disgusting. Yeah, she was sick.
With what?
Badass, and I like
He's
it.
like,
Who is this? The movie I like you.
Yeah, that's true.
No, he's kicking this bitch into the wall. That's great.
I feel like some of these people are That's probably not good.
Just all up in her eye.
I had you like letting her eye go.
We don't even know if the transfer is money.
But I wouldn't want to get blood on
Kick the monster across the
Let's
street.
see them. They gonna flip
So you
like
just
Why
gonna
she's
act
still
like that was
sitting there?
normal?
In fact, it wasn't cheap.
Too long.
It wasn't joke.
That looks like Sarah Yates.
that man head.
Oh, by the way, they did confirm that
Similar haircut.
dude is Yo-Jo,
Aren't you looking at it?
or whatever his name was from the Glory. Is the doctor.
Oh, so somebody's not recognized.
Yeah.
He's the guy that just got fucked
Remember when we talked
immediately.
about
That's the one that got sucked up.
if it's ready, you know?
Okay, but if the phone
She got the zombie drip. Post-apocalyptic.
I'd
I didn't even say like, oh, you know, oh, like a wife
The
and
corpse.
kid.
I'd behead a corpse in a situation where people are monsters.
Oh my gosh, don't take a picture.
That's
yeah.
kind of cool.
That's not
His family needs to see him.
Was it?
I only got a quick glimpse, but maybe.
Take a picture of him and send it to his family.
Why?
I disagree with this call.
Why would you do that?
Closure, right?
Oh, yeah, here he goes.
Maybe for closure?
Thanks for letting me know that Tom.
like-
You don't just open your phone and see that.
I sent it to you.
You do that to me too, okay? Yeah.
Ease it in and just say like, hey, your husband passed away. I have his fault. You know.
Blush, please. Blush just really wakes your face up.
Was that the man that had the Bible in the elevator?
I know you do.
Oh my god, bro. She's not
You know, the last thing I'd be wearing
fucking
is-
lick off of this guy. Something's about to happen.
Security.
Look at all this fear.
Bottle of soju in his
Yeah, I have very
Keep on walking.
Kamikaze everything.
Oh,
Just like
he heard a noise.
everything must die.
Uh-oh.
He heard a noise.
Is that bad?
Everything's a weapon too. Really everything.
Oh
Oh, he knows words? So they have.
I really don't like looking at all these movies, bro.
What kind of effect is this even to make this shit look like this? Like, this some kind of like airborne shit.
Again, Shorty.
Under my book. The transformation.
I'm disturbed by the rules of the song.
And this shit started happening.
You're just transforming right there.
Woman.
You don't have to be polite.
Excuse me?
Oh no, that's the Bible.
Oh, look at him! Look at him! Back up.
Yo, what the fuck?
Monster.
Oh,
Oh!
my man came out with the tongue for the Lord. That's the Bible thumper with the katana. We some headbusters. We some headbusters. We will knock you out for the Lord. Shut up, God.
I just want to know is the dog okay?
Oh, she was on someone who's trying to come in.
여기 있다고. 내가 금방 가서 데리고 올 테니까.
Oh, you don't want to go out there.
Nah.
Girl, you was gonna die.
No, I mean, I get it. No, of course, I get that, but if you
Do you know what's outside?
I can't let this place fall.
You say you know who I am?
You gotta find another way.
Dash like
Oh, who you are does not
Not
matter.
the hammer.
You figured out what's going on.
everyone's favorite guy.
Seats, bro.
Yeah. Cause we got the same emergency alert shit.
Don't fucking go outside.
Everybody in Florida last week.
Literally at 4 a.m.
The things
late with this emergency alert.
Oh shit, my mic on silence. What the fuck?
무슨 시험했나? 아, 방사능 때문인가?
The radiation.
What kind of radiation?
I think he's gonna make it.
What?
He's getting
If there's some sort of radiation leak, then I would say because it looks like doom outside. That's what I'm thinking of. It looks like doom in those streets.
Well, that's what I figured. It was like one of them.
I'm not gonna read my
Not necessarily, because he may have just moved in here after. So I mean, he could.
Do you remember where you were?
Maybe.
Like,
Crying is actually like
That's probably why he tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
Well, he actually was cutting himself probably.
Oh, it's saying all this stuff. Wow.
this is pain.
And this homie
Did
has.
you get money?
Are you gonna be okay, man?
That dude's a mystery.
This girl got a he's actually good life.
No, I'm sorry.
That
I have
foot,
the other guy.
physical
I'm not fucking with it.
so I just got
Confusing me.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has just
and
this
our
schoolgirl.
There's literally three pairs.
offices were shutting down.
They collect.
They were shutting down, and
yes, thank you. That is still a response of shock.
Damn.
You could still fight and be in shock. Like,
Taking it surprisingly
I was
well.
like, I don't know, I think it might be pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd be having a mental collapse.
What's going on?
yeah.
Can they not be out in the daytime?
The transformation is just so immediate.
Chill, nigga.
So he got half a head and he still got makeup. How the fuck did he do How you killed him? This whole got half a head.
I go for the Nate. I would went for that.
Why they when his blood was sizzling in the sun though? Is that what killed him though with his daylight?
I was just like, kind of getting third now.
And
I
I can
ain't
be a
get
mix of like
you have the force to make it through.
He's only in Korea or the whole world?
Sorry, tell me, bro.
And it was hiding behind the back.
You're gonna go to
He gonna be the first one they turn around to. They're gonna get over. What the fuck is that?
It's a good thing.
That's a nice way to show the dog.
So many of these people are dying. It's like random side characters.
You and me, right? We're a team.
Okay, if this store is on the first floor, why don't y'all get food and stuff? Then y'all go bunker down.
They don't know what dangers are in the building. They're like, while we're here, we're all good. Yeah, what is that? An umbrella?
They don't want him to go up because they're like, you gotta. Okay.
That don't make sense to stay down
That's
here.
like that whole telephone. But he's
I like the shopkeeper. He runs a
he's
tight
a
ship.
black guy, not too sure.
I'd be like, no, this is
Because they're in a parking
What was
garage.
that? Another?
Yeah. Okay.
They're making a ruckus.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know dynamics.
Somebody in the door. Is it?
I mean,
They have some. They can communicate.
oh, wait, no, go outside, bro.
Oh,
This nigga's
I knew it was
Why
him,
did they
but
just
it
let
jumped
him
this
in?
time because I
But
knew it
still,
was the
my favorite
I
wasn't
love
locked.
that's a
You just
pink
opened
umbrella.
it.
Come on, guys.
It's just a little added
What is
touch.
his deal? Explain, Show.
so badass.
I know, really.
Where you finna go?
Yeah.
I really hope he doesn't turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got bit, right? Yeah.
Why you Is this your son?
You check him.
Fam, that's an umbrella that he's holding.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
oh
what I
my
said. It was an
God.
umbrella. Yeah.
That's definitely.
Well, we don't know if that's gonna do it though.
Hey, now what are you gonna do? That's the question.
You might be right about this Wesker shit, bro.
This man still
Lock
has
him
the
in his
mop
apartment.
part under the stick
Oh, they tased
Oh,
him.
hey, is it?
what do we think?
Yeah, more than just an umbrella.
Bro, I'd be sketched out somehow to play one too.
He's like one of the few fighting chants we got. Like,
Let him light up a little bit. See if he
question.
turns.
I'm
I would have shocked the nigga too. He got bit, sure. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I was his brother, right?
He put the jacket on her immediately.
He did. Not even worried.
Oh, no, I told him, bro. Thumbs start blinking.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be too like, you know, like we all know what light does it.
Let me clean up before I go out there.
It feels like a zombie movie, but like
The downside to surviving is
Flashing her eyes, right?
PTSD, here it comes.
what's going on here.
oh no, is it because it got in your eye or you might be for sure.
Oh, did she get
Please
bit?
just be having a panic attack. Not turning.
Yeah, she just might have a shot. I don't know if that eye thing got it.
It's the nosebleed.
I don't even think it hit her that it was like infection.
What is this shit that's on?
They showed this last episode.
Okay, so this is when he woke up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is him 8 hours later.
I feel like I'm just gonna blow out my
Our guy.
So that was 8 hours
Yeah.
later.
Every time I see a third one.
That's fucking disgusting.
Too much. Too much.
Yeah, and the next day.
Blood. You keep asking that. Let's figure that out.
I think it's a combination. It looks like Venom, like the symbiote from fucking Spider-Man.
Oh,
We're saying it's
the
a
eyes are
curse.
like
Not a
changing.
disease, it's a curse.
찾은 곳이고 한참을 호소했다. 아무것도 밝혀내지 못했다. 원래 이곳에 있던 사람들이 아니었다. 증상을 보였기 때문에 이리로 온 것이었다. 그들은 처참하고 절망적인 모습으로 변했다. 모든 예상은 빗나갔고 그것은 어느 날 갑자기 시작되고 결코 멈추지 않는다. 나도 그것을 잡아먹혀버렸다. 인간은 이것을 이겨낼 수 없을 것이다. 진상이 있다면 듣기 전에 자살해라.
Oh my gosh.
그래도 끝까지 살아보겠다고 마음먹었다면 반드시 알아야 할 것이 있다.
How can they able to type this? Whoever saying this.
What?
So they're not gonna show that word.
That's
Is it like a prank?
Oh,
Don't leave us in suspense.
Say they become
No! You must know!
what happened?
Gosh, that's like the worst.
I'm just saying,
thing
though, like, don't say kill yourself before it's too late. How y'all write
stomach?
like, who stayed alive to do that?
That's how that one woman started
Bro,
off.
they
She
had me.
freaking cat.
I mean, maybe he's just hungry for real.
Think they're like demons or something?
The wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you can get bit and be all good.
Maybe she didn't finish it all because remember we heard the creature outside ask her
Just
for
remember that he forgot to bring the damn
Commenters were saying, oh, this person's this.
Probably not, but
This is their monster. It's not a spoiler in itself, but I was like, what does that mean? That means we're gonna get to know characters who are monsters with personalities. Anywhere without a blunt object.
What the fuck?
oh my gosh, go back in.
Nigga, close the fucking door, nigga.
Do you think if he's infected?
Which one was this one?
Idiot!
Crib like that.
Look at my crib, bro. MTV the one that has its head chopped off.
That's what he cut the head off of.
Yeah, obviously, that was the word I was looking for. It looks like a weird damn food.
Big ass
How do you kill them if you gotta go to the heartbeat? Cause like this is
Yeah, we saw the one that
crazy. When they show up, I'm talking about loud.
No, nigga, don't touch that stupid ass.
Have you trying to go out? I ain't trying to go out like that.
I'm talking about like,
Now what he finna do with this?
I'm talking about my booty hole.
This motherfucker got one
Bro,
ear.
that motherfucker back.
Not the brain. This bitch got that.
Is that his nose?
Oh, it might go get tracked to that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like your building. Oh, wow.
Wow.
He finna like.
Oh, he's got that.
Oh, that's how
That's just extend that from his body.
What are you gonna do with the room again? Extend the weapons. I feel like if it doesn't have half of its brain, that means we just cut its head off.
Nah.
Man, fuck this
Do in
shit.
this situation.
Oh my
Every time
god.
this dude's tempted to like touch grass, something bad happens. Family dead, monster, outbreak.
Just hope that the dude walks by you.
And then you hear the death noise.
Keep it on the way out.
Don't worry. I can't see it. You ever play a game like Borderlands? There are some monster games or something like that, but the creatures are hilarious at the same time. You don't know what
No,
they're
don't
alive.
kill him.
Who's gonna do it? We got him locked up in a room.
No, you're gonna make him do it.
It's your idea.
Why don't you just wait and see if like he's behind
This is a situation I would not want to be later.
Terrible decision like that. Points.
That's like what we're going off. That's so true though in zombie movies though.
And here's the thing, this is why we're allowed to kill people.
That's terrible. I'm sure, like, if he did, he could just bust out of the rules. So you're either gonna have to kill him
This
or
old
let
guy.
him.
I'm surprised they just shot this guy. I thought he was just gonna be some badass. And the bitchiest character.
Nigga, what?
Been in situations like this before.
Oh, I was about to say.
Did you kill him and train
The
him
fucking
there?
nightmare thing fucking found him. I didn't think I was gonna walk in like that.
Works from the inside.
Can't see it.
Oh my god, we didn't think this through.
Roll for investigation.
Is it supposed to fall like that?
This guy is breaks
Or ask him.
out of this
I can
room
get
in
it.
one
How long
game.
ago was it?
I'm sick. That scream.
Observe him.
This guy's about to die. The whole man.
Stopping the knife.
Not a situation
You
you
should
should
luck with that. Like, oh.
we know he's gonna go.
Wow.
Damn.
Now come get
Well.
your homeboy.
Pathetic.
Just like that.
Now I have a knife.
It's cool. It's one of my
Bro, you
favorites.
didn't stand a chance to get someone who's tied
adds
up. You need
pizzazz.
to level up.
Plus he can have it.
My leg's
Obviously, he's got the katana.
As soon as I have a look, my left leg is still fucking.
Yeah.
You guys,
I hear grunting, so we should just leave it in
I did
or.
not have to add all that extra stuff in there.
Nigga, don't go in there.
I would not trust it. But then again, like,
A monster. would
They're
do that.
manipulative. Remember, she was saying
Yeah,
like
yeah,
at the
yeah.
end.
One was like, I'm hungry.
There was blood all
The other
over
one
the
is like,
floor.
I can't see. I don't trust it.
I hear you, brother. Don't even bullshit.
I like his form. I like his form.
Nah, that nigga got a nice door.
Oh, that's
I forgot about
Oddly
him.
enough,
Has he
he's
been there
pretty
the whole
safe right now.
time?
Wow.
I forgot all about him.
Yeah,
Irrigated, and then the world ended.
Wow.
How is he still alive? It's been hours.
I would have left that man in there, bro. I was like, yep, nope, that's a monster.
That's yeah. First thought.
Definitely didn't want it to be me.
Yep.
In that type of situation.
You got
죽은 줄 알았어요.
Yeah, I don't think her too soon.
강도가 들어왔어요.
What?
Oh.
Okay, so he didn't.
Oh, we already.
So this guy probably
The
doesn't even live
detail.
near
Did you
the
notice
gangster
it?
guy.
Yeah, he doesn't look.
Did you put it together?
I was thinking this was like
Oh
his
yeah,
apartment.
yeah. No, I
He
just
was not
knew
the other way
that was
around.
tape in his bag, but I knew this was the guy he was
Ketchup
thinking
is
whooped his ass.
I didn't
That's why we
realize that
saw
you
him.
picked up green tape and that whole thing.
Nigga, I could barely see, nigga.
I saw him pick it up. I just didn't store it. So when I saw him in green tape, I should have been like, oh, we just bumped into this guy.
We were kidnapped,
Tell him that
tied up,
like
beat up,
we're all covered in blood.
and then
that
on
dude
top
has
of
a
that,
sword. Yeah.
the world.
He's been like that.
Maybe
Like,
Wake up to your apocalypse.
like,
We have
Yo, no one is normal.
I'll take it.
I was gonna say, hammer's better than nothing.
Yeah.
좀 멀어도 있어야 돼.
Yeah.
You go in front.
Okay, I love your
I
survival
want to
instincts
that
though.
dude lead that though, because he showed him something and then like they never showed him. I don't know.
That's
if you
pretty
trust him.
hefty.
This guy's getting
That's kind of a weird like you're on his hand.
I don't assume that he's a victim. I was.
Oh, there's a
What'd you
danger.
do?
입구에서 멀어서 비교적 안전하고 잠자리도 그렇고 여기보단 나을 겁니다.
누구 맘대로.
Okay, who made you vote?
안 돼.
아니 아줌마가 뭔데?
어린이집 원장님이세요.
Okay, but like,
Oh wait, she was the director. She was the one who dropped off the first.
지금 따님도 누군가의 도움이 필요할 겁니다.
so if she directed the daycare,
But my
her
big
daughter
question
must be
is
school age.
where's the
So why she ain't there?
This is his office.
그러니까 내가 간다잖아. 내보내줘. 나가고 난 다음에 니네 마음대로 하라고.
아줌마는요? 아줌마 죽어도 돼요?
Yeah, exactly.
대책은 있어요?
Yeah.
This nigga reminds me of Shiro. That's like you looking at him like, where do I know him from?
If you turn into a muscle before you
He
get
is
there.
dead rigger for Shiro. I swear to God.
Log Horizon?
Yeah.
그래야 딸을 만나든 구하든 하죠.
Oh, this is the lady with the invisible daughter.
He's coming from a place of logic.
Yeah, at the elevator. Yeah, she's freaking out trying to find her daughter. They're doing her a solid.
나중에 꼭 도와드릴게요.
She runs the daycare?
Here, have some water.
Oh, I should be doing that.
You wasted water.
Yeah. Don't give a shit, bro.
I was just thinking in my head, like, to give her water to calm down, such a shared resources to calm somebody down. Just run her back or something. Now, one bottle left.
I thought they were still there.
넘어지는 게 좋을 것 같은데.
Oh god.
I like this shot.
The cat. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Flashback.
Yeah.
Who was that? Her.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That's sad.
This is a flashback. She's being triggered right now, basically.
죽은 지 일주일
Trauma in her past remind me.
How do you know that?
어떻게 알죠? 형 그렇게 보이길래 아닌가?
Nah, you know
He
something.
Why does he know? How did he know?
Isn't he want to say you're not gonna let
That was
people
oddly
see?
specific.
Yeah.
Unless he's like some kind of doctor, you can tell like how long the corpse has been.
A lot of prayers, so.
I don't trust him because that man did that for a reason. Like, what did he do to
So much of
somebody?
that
He probably
ramen
murdered
everywhere.
somebody.
The same ramen.
No, don't do it. A lot of trauma like before.
Wait, he didn't
Yeah, it's about that time, isn't it?
I just feel like this guy can't die.
I think it kind of actually.
Let me get my friend to help you
But I mean, we don't
out.
fully know. Who knows? Maybe he's got something that's like.
Everybody in this building look like they shady.
Oh, he's the
Like,
one that killed
the
him.
odds say, I mean, I don't want him to do it, but like odds say he's probably gonna turn into one of these things at some point in time.
Yo, the way shit goes in this show is so wild.
Timing.
Nobody else like went downstairs and like, you know, made a search.
Those two dead, huh?
It's good. There's one
How dead
right
is this guy when he's
fucking there.
Oh my gosh, that
Get
was
inside.
Eyeball.
Say something.
Eyeball?
Oh my god.
Wait, what is that?
Oh my gosh.
Girl, close the window. What is
Exit
that?
Tasty. Shut the window.
He can't even jump that easy like that.
Come on now.
Not this thing. Like, what is that?
Bro, just stay in your room.
Your children need you.
Just looking at them.
It's actually his mom trying to do something.
Kid, get out of this line of sight.
You wanted to die anyway.
Video game.
Yeah, I think this guy just panicked and died.
The TV.
He threw his
the computer,
monitor out.
whatever.
He dropped his gimme.
Thing's pissed.
Stabbing it all the big. Oh.
What?
He's gonna have to use his superpowers against it.
How many episodes is this?
Time to unlock his abilities.
Not by his eye.
Did you not stab it all the way, my guy?
Okay.
Dude, the monsters really can't.
Like that snake that ripped.
Oh god.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
came in there.
Did it cut itself on the glass or just
Did it cut itself on the glass?
Well, you're sniping.
Somebody shot it?
Oh, wait a second.
Not the old who made a gun out of a crutch.
He has like a gun made from a crutch. It just clutched. Oh, that's karma though. It was ice cold.
He made a gun out of a crutch. What is that?
Bro, he waited all his life to get
Getting my drink.
Hold my beer.
I don't know what the F is out there.
I can't read.
What is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Someone translate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. You gotta read fast.
Excuse me?
Things don't die. New rule, new rule.
You just killed it. Well, maybe just part of it.
I immediately like this dude.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Oh my
you
god,
guys
oh
know.
my what it looked like.
Is they gonna grow another hair?
Her dad's right there.
Yeah, he's right there.
Fall or
Her dad's
No, because
laid
that
the
was
fuck out.
I saw
Yeah,
it.
same.
Oh, no, you know what? I think I'll punch you.
Find your sense of perception.
It would have messed up if you were like,
Okay. You got a knife on it.
you got a new friend?
One of those video games that makes you play.
I kept saying that you could make weapons in another show. People were like, dude, that's like, come on, you can
Oh, this guy's
use your mind. You can put
fucking
something
out.
together.
Yeah.
He's probably like gone crazy.
I'm tripping it like they just regenerate. Like, what is this? I need to know how this started because this worse than Resident Evil. Child, if they don't die.
Didn't we just see his nose gush blood?
Even
I
you.
thought this guy died
Really?
3 times ago.
Really? I'm about to cut this shit off.
But the point is, he's not right.
That shit made me
He's like a good guy. Yeah.
Really?
Like maybe there was some merit to why he was being taped up by the other guy.
Nah, he knows who's
Why'd you
going
fall all
to
this way?
Let him go, cause like he looks us anyway.
Yeah,
she's smart.
He looks us
She
though.
got this intuition about like something's not right.
Yeah, that guy
But that dude knows something wrong too. But he just not. He probably not a take something.
I'm with you. That's
I
what
have
you
a
said
feeling
earlier.
he doesn't deserve it.
I was like, I wonder what this guy did. You're like, you know what? He might not be the good guy, and we haven't seen which side he is yet.
Yeah.
He could very well be the bad guy.
Uh-oh.
He crossed the wrong person.
Yeah.
뭐야? 우리 저번에 엘리베이터에서 봤잖아.
여기 308호시고 저 처음 보잖아요. 손혜인이에요.
Damn.
What's your dog's name? That's important.
The one that you don't think is paying attention to you, but she's paying attention to fucking everybody.
Gotta keep up your YouTube game.
Yeah, you take your garbage out every Friday. Yeah?
원래 말이 없어.
Very shy.
마지막 물은 오셨네.
Literally. You pay attention?
이 아저씨가 진짜.
아저씨 아닌데?
What makes you so sure?
You gotta learn your charm game, sir.
The dog?
So you got knocked out.
Oh, he's missing?
You trying to stab him?
What do you want? Like, you have like a
Oh.
Yo,
The turn starting.
Oh, is he turning? No!
Oh.
Not gangster.
He is lasting for a
Yeah, no,
while.
maybe
And his bike go down.
I can't tell with him.
Do you think maybe there's like some sort of an bad play?
Okay, this is the first time he's. Well, no, he saw that. He saw the one bit him, but I feel like he's like learning.
Learning like what's going on everywhere.
They just keep running into each other.
Girl,
Well, yeah,
let it go.
Yeah. It just so happens to be my way.
Is the condition is the problem?
Especially since you're like putting it down sideways.
She has a taser.
then you keep going upstairs with a hurt foot.
She's got her humor going through a time like this.
I'm gonna live. She's the same girl from All of Us is Dead, though. She's gonna fuck everybody up. I'm gonna have to look it up afterwards.
With your taser?
Yeah, that's not gonna kill her.
I was gonna say also too, the rules are
Wow, right there.
Yeah.
of the background.
That's a role that I don't know how to even.
You know what call him? Oddball guy McFillan, because we don't know.
Good guy. McFillan.
Yo, just now that
Absolutely yes.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like, has a
prepared
right
for this
for it,
day,
like-
yeah.
Oh, I'm sick. Oh.
Pushik.
That's
Remember? The other one.
어눌한 놈이래. 어떡하면 아이들을 구할 수 있죠? 뭘 어떻게? 네가 가야지.
Look at his
really
My dad really went out, sorry.
Oh, he's in a wheelchair.
He's getting crutches from nowhere.
But I
did all
didn't
of
know
that
it was
in
like
wheelchair,
that. I thought he might have had like.
But he can help you with your strategy.
Upper body, bro.
Take that gun.
내가 설계도에서 날렸거든. 알지? 설계도만 있으면 그 뱅크도 졸업해준다는.
Wow.
What's that? Someone in the comments tell us.
That's
what
why
that
he has
is.
crutches randomly. They didn't even able to turn it to a weapon.
네가 들고 있는
That was the
거
first time.
쓸모 있는 것으로 개조해 줄 수 있다.
That's pretty cool.
He's good at
Oh,
management.
awesome. Yeah.
Turn it to a boom
It's
stick.
like in a video game when you meet a character.
Tinker. It's a video
Would you like to
game.
level up your weapon?
video
There you go.
shit right here.
Yes,
You saw
always
what
say yes.
Look what he did with that crutch.
It has spikes all over it. Fucking chainsaw attached to it.
You know, man, it's like, yo.
There we go.
Ah, my God.
Sharp end to him.
Well, that's pretty good.
It's like, yeah.
Some duct tape was green over there.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work out.
There's so much
Let
of
me
it.
fortify this for you. It's my first time. I actually need you to go on a quest. If you give me these materials, I can make your sword stronger.
He's really good at this guy.
What the hell was that?
He's crazy. Aggressive.
Remember they said like
Oh,
aggression.
right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jay thought it was.
Oh, aggression.
He's dead.
I'm ready for the apocalypse, man.
Well, she messed up.
He's definitely infected.
Matter of fact, she probably gonna turn
He's
again.
definitely infected.
Oh.
Yeah, stick that little dog on him. I was gonna say chihuahua.
I'm waiting on the corner.
Who said bite him?
Like we at the end of the world right now. This what you doing?
Auditory
People
I
trick
can't
up.
figure out
Yeah.
if he's
He's
like
got
that
some
or he's cheating.
wiring and stuff
We
on
got the
it.
video
Hey, you
game
told me he was a
skip
dick from the
forward
jump.
and make your
Bites, right?
son.
What the F was an electric?
God, he did.
Wow, fancy.
So cool.
그가 시카리고 키했어. 이 정도는 돼야지.
He just said that he still move around with their heads chopped
잡을
off.
수 있는
So that's why the
Like
taser
straight up out of
probably
Dead
would
Island or
be a good
something.
weapon too.
These are monsters. Just kill them.
그냥 말아. 무조건 피해 다녀.
Do you know things?
He was in the military.
Yeah.
That's great
military
advice.
no
Get
thing.
the hell up out of there.
시키지 마.
So he's basically saying this weapon is the
We've
last
seen a
one.
woman get decapitated. We've seen two types of decapitation.
Nope, I need that for me if they come through my doorway.
두세 발밖에 못 쏴.
Okay.
아까 한 발. 쳐들어오면 그만 한 발. 그리고 내 안락한 누구를 위해서
Oh my gosh.
Smart.
마지막 한 발.
Damn.
And how are you gonna pull off the last shot, sir?
I ain't able to get it.
Under his chin.
But where's the trigger?
And two.
Look how long the barrel is. Yes, let's get into the semantics about that. Yes. The long ass fucking thing with the trigger at the end of the
Sure, yeah, the crutch is this thing here.
But you're gonna see past the barrel.
So in such a horrific situation.
What's gonna be
Unless he sets that shit up to a string, that's the only way I'm gonna believe it.
He said it won't help.
The way
Wait, who went around locking this building the fuck up is what I want to
Can we get rid of this nigga?
That's the fish.
Did you watch it?
Oh, is that?
Yeah. Oh, with the security guard.
That's dope.
Everything you put down.
I would actually prefer.
Who left them damn fish in the elevator? This why?
But then why did
He opened. Yeah.
I still don't know what.
Yeah. They always think that's what it.
Nicely done.
Slap him in the ear so he can't hear nothing else, cause that's annoying.
Don't run. Yeah, so you can kill me.
It's hot.
Tentacles go
I can't get away.
Can't see it. Oh, he's extended on him.
That shit
He would do that shit like a tree.
Oh, that's really bad.
Nigga. Is this
Yeah, no, it's with
You need to cut off his ear.
the way it extends out of
You can't track anybody down.
Yeah, some people use it all kinds of that's higher.
Dude.
No, it's just one stretchy arm.
Why is he so many tree branches?
The trunk made
So
with
you-
branches.
To him. Don't run.
Yeah, that check, bro. He's just like a gargoyle tree creature.
Yeah, bark.
This shit
Fine,
got
fine.
like 7 days to die.
Jesus, a minute late.
Oh we watch video games. You throw it into other directions to distract
What's a
it.
person playing?
Oh shit.
Oh, man.
I feel like
He tweeted, he don't know what to do.
maybe it's just this one, but this one definitely does have a super weird.
He definitely plays like me in
He's trying to see if he can kill her.
I love that if you're doing it.
So cool.
Now cut the ear.
Just cut it off.
try to cut his
Finish
head
off
off.
the job and half of the neck.
It's just gonna get back up.
Like, this is a little.
He's all problem.
For real, motherfucker, that don't die.
You know, like that bosses doesn't die, you just wipe them.
Like it's just
Yeah,
this show is fucking nasty. Oh, they really
Oh, she
kind
gonna
of creep
kill
me
him,
out.
please.
Yikes.
He's so dope.
Security guard, maybe?
Terrible one.
Just like the dude. It's his store.
Did you get the eggs?
She is crazy.
No, because
He deserves it.
He dies.
It's the one that he owns, and he's tweaking, not letting anybody in.
Oh, it's egg, literally.
What's he supposed to do about it? Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
oh shit.
Damn, where the fuck did she come from?
Talking about. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but you're not gonna do it for nobody else?
Because he knows he's wrong. That's the thing. He knows he's wrong.
He's the worst type. He's still in front of someone. Whoop your ass.
Yeah.
So is this store in this?
Yeah. It's his
I want
shop.
to do it in front of people. Right? Hey, at least
Because they said earlier that he was just worried about the shots. I think
I'm
what
not
makes it
nobody in that
different
game
is
can
takes
sit
it
over
out.
her.
But it's
I
like
fucking fade
in
this
the
guy
building,
on
yeah.
sight, bro. So with your old nigga like this, I'm breaking that into
It's
one kick.
just as simple as like knocking you out and then the food is free game. So it's
Come on.
You gonna say no?
What you gonna do?
I'm robbing him too.
This is like literally like the end of the world situation.
Who cares right now?
He just feels like
That's
it's like
terrible.
a
He's been protecting his store.
what you gonna do?
Like, who gives a fuck about the shit in your store, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crumbling
Think
apart
your
outside.
store's gonna be back in business after the apocalypse?
Now watch him take it out on her.
He is.
I'm scared for his life.
Sir,
She looks so
pandemic.
sweet.
Oh my god.
Oh no! This fucking dude, he can get
For real?
Shit, no, he does. Don't let him turn into one.
Hey, that shit ain't their business.
Like the other day.
Man, busting in the head with the flashlight.
There's always one
though?
person that when they get jumped, you happy about it?
I was hoping she'd kill him even before this.
They need to handle that though.
Yeah, look.
He's not shit.
Is emotionless.
Like he over here beating her head.
Oh, really? I thought that
but
was
then it
like
just
a movie,
video.
but I'm not gonna show it. Look.
That's stupid. You need the person you beating up.
You know what I would say to him?
Situation.
Marry me now. Let's run off to the sunset.
No.
It's so cute.
식량, 식수량 확보해야 하고요. 탈출로도 확보해야 하고요. 무엇보다 상황 파악이 제일 중요해요. CCTV는요?
This is a flashback. Because they were looking at the camera.
Good stuff on the camera.
That's why I was wondering why that cut was there.
That's scared?
녹화된 게 있습니다.
Yo, I wasn't sure what it was that their show was walking past. I was just like, oh god.
Yeah, what happened to that security guard?
Yeah, we never saw.
That's
I mean, we
weird.
know he got
This
infected.
girl weirdly reminds me
Pretty
of
sure he's a zombie now.
Glory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's also
Somebody locked him in to protect him.
Exhibiting symptoms.
Who knew?
So what? When you get infected,
Yo. No. No.
The dog is
Maybe he's weird, bro. Just holding her down.
She knows.
I mean,
Didn't she know everybody? She's the one with all the sauce.
she said you were the infected her left.
Yeah, you gonna get
You would be.
I'm confused by that whole scene because it looked like she got bit, but she pulled a piece of glass out. I'm gonna need somebody to explain that shit.
Yeah.
Well, the shard of glass was from when she kicked it.
This is me right now.
It's gonna save you.
I want to cry for real, man. I know this spider's gonna be big.
Yo, in these Asian movies, the sister's always the gangster, bro.
Always.
Get back, so go check on him.
Sister's always the gangster.
Go check on him.
Protecting her little brother.
Let me go check. I'll be right back.
I mean, the little girl should have seen them laid out.
Bruh.
I'm not ready for
Did,
the
but
kids.
as a kid, you're still like hoping
In
that
denial,
it's
yeah.
not collapsed.
That's true.
Shit is over.
No, he has
Oh, no, you're not.
grasshoppers.
Oh, no, it
That seems creepy.
It's him, but he's just trying not to be loud.
Oh, is that you?
Only because I saw one outside the door.
Oh shit, we already moved on.
Oh, dude, it looked like someone had like
Oh shit!
claws in the show.
Yeah, he's just in the room. Yeah, I caught that. That's why I was like, oh,
I thought cinematic was fucking from outside the door, then it showed his face.
That dose of reality.
Kids.
That scene didn't
You
go
gotta
too
hear
far.
that, man.
That's funny. You were supposed to know it was him, like you caught on. That's why he's in the room already.
These child actors are too good. Stop it.
This sucks.
These K-dramas, you get a gun, bro. Even though they can't have them, but this shit is too scary.
Kids being in this type of situation.
I'm about to give me a flicky in the next month.
Yeah.
Especially when they start
Because
asking
that
like 50 million questions.
and other orphans.
And they need to be quiet.
9살이에요.
You know what else? Now they are someone else's responsibility. Yes.
Department of Child
Yeah.
I'll just
See,
give him a ring.
You're warriors. He's like, you're old enough to fight monsters. At least it's not a newborn baby.
Oh my, yeah,
Defenseless.
Jesus.
Just take her back to
That's
Sid,
worse.
bro. Make him craft something else.
Oh God. I hope that's not a flag.
Aw. You're having a purpose.
I was gonna say, there's a part of me
Man,
that's
some
worried that his
motherfucking
nose is
big
gonna start
girl.
bleeding. He's gonna try to eat the
Look at
kids.
this.
You don't believe it? You know, he's scared.
He's
Yeah.
shaking, John.
But so this
He's saying all that shit.
Don't worry. He's like,
I don't believe that.
Y'all send out an emergency broadcast.
oh my God.
The kids should say a classic line. You make a great parent. You're a great liar.
That's how you know your building has a new date. Look at all the engineers that you potentially need to maintain this.
Oh, yeah, that's safe.
Oh my gosh.
Something's here.
Exactly.
Touch it.
Security guard would be fine, yes, but I
Exactly.
have no idea.
No, not
Yeah, she's because we.
It looked like something was moving back there.
Oh, we got two.
We should have been on high alert this whole
He
episode.
wanted.
Wow, I'm done.
Yeah, they didn't even pack no food. They don't have food.
You got a loop where you have. Letting them go first is the wise thing.
Oh shit.
Oh
my god, what is that?
The demon's talking.
Oh my god.
I don't get
The
it.
demon's
How many
talking.
times can we listen to that?
Yeah, don't come back here.
Yes, sir.
Like their nose and
Like,
how they have this shit, that's what
It has to be CGI.
how the hell they doing that? That's why I was like, that shit is crazy. That's a crazy ass effect. Like they just keep running. Cause you normally have to have some kind of tools or something.
That's
Like,
we did get food.
Hardcore flashback. Jesus Christ. Damn, nigga.
Dude, he went through some crazy shit, it looks like.
Oh my god. What is this? This is your brain on drugs montage.
Like a lot.
What? He killed someone?